Today, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings taking on Mitchell Trubisky and the Chicago Bears.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Chicago Bears. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Under center for the Vikings, out comes the former Michigan State Spartan and longtime veteran Kirk Cousins.
The debate about Kirk Cousins continues to rage both among Vikings fans and fans around the league. But when you look at his numbers, you think this is one of the better quarterbacks in the league. Last year broke a string of 4 straight 4,000-yard passing years with the emergence of Dalvin Cook in the backfield. So while those numbers dropped, he was still solid throwing the football. 26 touchdown passes, just 6 interceptions. Now he's just got to develop an extra target on the perimeter in order to get his numbers back to the previous levels.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
2nd and 7 at the 28.
Now Cousins. He will find the rookie from LSU. That's Justin Jefferson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Cook able to escape. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Point after here coming up.
For the extra point.
He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
On the return.
The Bears getting the football here offensively, and the man in charge at QB. It is 4th year now for North Carolina, Mitchell Trubisky.
And I'll bet right now just one thought in his mind.
Win the game.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
No,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
They'll throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling in the game today.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 26. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Here's Foles. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
Complete.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
They go play action here on 1st down. Now Trubisky lost the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. He's at the 50, the 40. The 30, past the 20, and they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown. And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team, because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive, looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard. Blankenship out for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now, as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Now it's Patterson. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
On the return, the Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points. I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
4-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Trubisky. And he whips that one incomplete there. Darnell Mooney, the target there. And that'll make it 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
Foles. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, they moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
Now 4th down.
On the return, Johnson. That's a 49-yard punt, 8, though, on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And it's right about this time of the year that you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
There certainly is, because we all know everyone is aiming for that #1 seed. But failing that, because only 2 teams in the NFL get a bye, 1 from each conference, that question becomes who's hot? Who's peaking at the right time as you start the playoffs?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And his throw is incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Here's Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Yes, it's the first half, but we'll see if that stuff there on 3rd and 1 comes back to haunt him.
I hope you don't mind, but it's not going to stop me from putting a check mark next to this play. Let's look back as this game progresses and see if this is one of the key plays in the game, even though it occurred early.
As mentioned, here's the younger brother of Dustin. This is Brenton Colquitt to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They've been outplayed early, no question, down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Now Foles. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Foles. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Back to the ground on 1st. It's Geis. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Trubisky's throw pulled in by Robinson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
A 2-yard.
I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Incomplete. He was covered by Jeff Gladney.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33.
And
The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson. 7 catches, 108 for the yardage and the score, too.
And he has 10 touchdowns on the season. When anyone scored that many times, as a former defender, I know exactly what you're talking about before the game. Key on him. Don't let him get in the end zone today, guys. Let's keep him out of there.
Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 11 yards there, first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Play action. It's Trubisky. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Bears 3.
And, Charles, something I did not think we'd see. That last kick breaks Morton Anderson's all-time record of 565. That's the number of field goals he hit, set primarily with the Saints and the Falcons from 82 to 07.
Oh, Brandon, the great Dane, Morton Anderson. He kicked till he was 47. If I tell you to break this record, especially in the era of passing touchdowns, that is one heck of an accomplishment.
And you see Dalvin Cook in the offense heading back out, and he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Couldn't do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
When you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play calling.
Brings up 2nd down.
On play action, Cousins. And his throw here is incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd down and 12 yards.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Brought him down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Robinson, incomplete.
On third down, Trubisky. And he's got Miller. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover one. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Vikings' 20-yard line.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
Taken down at the 14-yard line.
Nice gain there by the second-year runner out of Iowa State, David Montgomery, who often finishes his runs moving forward and knocking defenders back. He finished tied with Josh Jacobs for the most carries by a rookie last year. But what the Bears need from him, improve on his 3.7 yards per attempt. If he gets that up into the 4s, look out. He can control a game with his running.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. After one, a 14-3 ball game.
Score Vikings 14, Bears 3.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10.
Foles pass.
And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
So the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This from 25 yards out. Vinatieri's kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now.
Bears 6.
So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come down.
The other other side, the offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Cousins on first down. And Rudolph has it, the tight end.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
First down. Here's Cousins. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph.
Cousins pass.
7 yards on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
A 7-yard
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. A 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense.
They run again on first down, Cook. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Robert Quinn is the one who burst in there to blow that play up.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now on 2nd and 13, Cousins. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
24-yard.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second.
Cousins to throw it.
At the Bears.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Akeem Hicks. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's going to go down again. Akeem Hicks able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away.
4-yard attempt.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Back to throw now on first down. And this one's incomplete. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. But it'll be second down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Smith on the coverage.
They'll look to throw again. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
At their own 23-yard line.
And now out comes Minnesota. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time? Yeah, well, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Cook. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
46-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
Cousins over the middle here to roll off. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 41-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. On first down, Cook. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Cousins. Scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Bears' 10-yard line.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough 3rd and goal forthcoming.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Akeem Hicks in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Blankenship's kick is good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6.
17. Bears 6.
So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
1st and 10.
Now Allen Robinson and company gearing up to go again on offense. He's been good so far to this point in the 2nd quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the 2nd quarter. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Out of the gun, Geis. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. The Bears on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
46-yard line.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. They go play action with Trubisky. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
A loss of 7 yards.
I don't know about you, but if I'm the offensive line coach right now, I'm having an absolute fit. This team that they're going against has 3 sacks, yet they rank dead last in the league in sacks coming into this game.
Maybe overlooked them a little bit?
Could be. I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if they've just gotten fortunate along the way. I have no real great answer for it, but we're seeing something you don't often see.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Foles. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
He was covered by Jeff Gladney.
The Bears on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Foles. This goes to the tight end, Eric Saubert. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Chicago. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard
Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. To throw is Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Here's Cousins. And Cook has it left side. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Cousins able to find Jefferson here complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A first down throw for Cousins. Incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. We're quickly to Thielen here. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, it's Cousins. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Cousins again. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Cousins now to throw on first down. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen, as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it's polished off by a Viking score. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now it's Patterson. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Foles. He'll drop this one down to Cohen. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. And this will be in Incomplete. 1 second left to go.
For Jimmy Graham. Incomplete.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, and it's the Panthers who are out in front. 2 touchdown passes there for Teddy Ballgame. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Tampa Bay Bucks. Mike Evans, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Lions. Ryan Tannehill looking good. 2 touchdown passes. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Bears take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score. 2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On the coverage.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Foles caught out left side by Robinson. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down, Bears.
Here's Geis. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Credit the tackle to Jalen Holmes. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up.
There's Foles. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33.
First down.
A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that one goes goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now Foles. Now Foles loses the football. It's out.
Cousins sacked. Fumble on the play. Recovered by the offense.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball. I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive.
Cousins now from the 50. Got a man right side. It's Sharp. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 46-yard line.
Cousins gives way to Cook. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Cook, the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 4.
Again, it's Cook.
3rd,
and he'll take this one down to about the 40. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
He's got a first down and more past the 30. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. On first down, this is Geis. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
On the tackle.
Now it's Trubisky. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Mitchell Trubisky sacked.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got Miller. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdowns to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And this will be caught by Mooney. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard pickup.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Trubisky to throw, and he finds his tight end, Graham. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Trubisky. This will be caught at about the 5. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
1st and goal.
9 yards on the play there, and it'll set them up 1st and goal. They'll run forward Montgomery. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears get a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. And this one's back to an 8-point game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now here's Johnson. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They run it again with Cook. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins over the middle. Sharp's got it complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
1st and 10.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 38. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And this will leave him a yard short. A nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Tackled at the 29.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
They'll run with Cook. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising. They wanted people getting.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT. Up to 15 now. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Bears take over 1st and 10. At their own 26.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They start on the ground with Geis, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
The ball carrier.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Play action. It's Trubisky. His throw incomplete.
Trubisky's
Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Trubisky to throw. The catch made by Miller. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on third and medium to pick up the first.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Trubisky will throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Darnell Mooney the target there. And that'll bring up second down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. That's a big miss. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, and now it's third down.
Harrison Smith on the coverage.
Foles. And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and goal.
On the ground, Geis, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
Back at the 3-yard line.
Time to ponder this third and goal as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Third and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Out of the gun, they look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. Yeah, what are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Their own 26-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. From the gun, here's Cousins. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Justin Jefferson, the rookie, his intended receiver. But now it'll be third down. Now Cousins. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Foles going to lead the Bears to the line, 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
21 yards.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand the field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10. Trubisky's throw pulled in by Robinson. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bears draw a bit closer.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. And this is back to a 5-point game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown.
26. Adam Vinatieri.
And it's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here comes Johnson on the return. Well, a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Now this offense about ready to take over again. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They go play action. Cousins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
incomplete. Coverage on the play by
on third down, Cousins. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Back out onto the field comes Allen Robinson. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? And it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Trubisky to Cohen out of the backfield. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
13 yards. First down, Bears.
Here's Foles. And he rifles one incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Coverage defensively by Logan Ryan.
The throw complete. Trubisky to Miller. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now Foles gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
On the play. First down, Chicago.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Recovered by the defense.
Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Cousins now after the fumble recovery. Middle, and it's incomplete. Tajay Sharp, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Coverage on the play by Kyle Fuller.
Cousins now to Jefferson on the slant. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
They'll run on first down. It's Cook. Cook able to escape. And he's taken down inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Cousins on first down. This one brought in by Jefferson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down. So you got to think, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, got it. Like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock. Kept him short of the marker.
Next we score, Vikings 34, Bears 26.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 28-yard.
There's Anthony Miller as they trot back out to go on offense. A chance here on this drive to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark.
Throw him the ball. Throw him the ball. Forget analysis, all right? Let's just root a little bit here. Get him the football and get past that 200-yard mark.
Boy, you want that. You seem excited.
I know, and it's really weird because normally I want guys to intercept the ball.
Right.
I want to knock it down. In this case, he's been fun to watch.
The former DB rooting for the wide receivers. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Another try after the first down sack. Foles. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They're going to look to throw. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no, it's incomplete. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing, Cousins. Quickly to Thielen here. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cook, and he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards. First down.
14-yard line.
That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. From the gun, it's Trubisky. That's caught by Montgomery.
Trubisky's pass.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down.
He was covered by.
He's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Harrison Smith on the coverage.
Back to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. That's complete to Mooney. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. Back to throw. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego, because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call, but when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to him. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.